Hello everybody, RyFX here. Today I'm going to teach you how to take apart your Xbox 360 controller. So say maybe you have some damage on your controller, or maybe you want to change out your worn thumbsticks, change your D-pad, like put this transforming D-pad, which I think works a little bit better than the other one. Or maybe you want to put a chrome guide button or on your really old one. Or you need to change out your buttons, or you need to change out the faceplate or the back plate, anything like that. I'm going to teach you how to take it apart so you could do that. The only tool you'll need for this is this T8 screwdriver. You could get this piece on one of those screwdrivers with the changing tips, but the only problem is that it is hard to use those tips to get into this area here, because usually those tips are a little too fat to fit in here, or they're just not long enough to fit in there as well. Maybe you do have a tip that actually fits in there, but most of the time, and the ones that I have right now, they just don't fit. So yeah, for right here and here, but not up here, this one you could probably make work, but all here you're gonna need a long one like this, long and skinny. This costs about between $1 and $3 with shipping. You could probably order it from like China or something. So yeah, this is all you need to take this thing apart. So let's get into it. Get into focus. Okay, now you want to take this battery pack off, the battery area, and under here is your 7th screw. So you have 6 here that you need to take off, and then you have the one in the middle here under this barcode area, which you could kind of see I had taken off already. So the first thing you want to do is try to get that off. See if I can get that off. Yeah, you could either peel it off, or at least halfway like I'm doing, or you could just puncture through it. So let's unscrew this. Oops. And let me put that to the side. Let me get a little bit closer. And then now I'm going to take all these here. So get this one up here first. Get that one over here. And over here. Catch for some reason. Down here. Go over here. And here. Now we have it all off. So what you want to do is really you want to take it off at the back here. So we're gonna pull it apart where these seams are, right here. See that, how it just comes apart? You really just need to stick your nail under there and it should come off. And then you see these springs, these are gonna slide off. It's not gonna slide off with the plate. And what you want to do is pull these triggers down and then pull off. As you can see, the springs are still connected and the triggers as well. And then now you can see how the board looks with the rumble motors. So if you need to change the rumble motors, you just need to pull this out and you can change those like right now and then put it back together. So that's what you need to do. Yeah. Let's see, there's really nothing else here. So now you just want to pull the board up from the mic area and the charging port area and just pull it up with the rumble motors, and you could set that aside for right now. Now this is the inside, so really you just have this left. The thumbsticks were taken off, and say if you want to change up here, maybe you have something of different color, you just take this off and you could change your RB, LB buttons, and this area that says Xbox 360, set that aside. Take out this pad, it's all one pad. Make sure you put this back on or else you're gonna have some problems. And then now you can access your buttons. So if you want to change your buttons, it's really easy. Just take it apart, and certain buttons just have certain little grooves to them. Like this one is a little bit different, as you can see. See, like this big one, this not as big. Right here is like that, and then you have this one with the big one over here, and the slightly big one there, and then the small one there. So there's really, so it's kind of set up to where there's only one place these buttons could go. So you shouldn't be too confused with it. And they're color coded, so you should know where they go just by the back. So you just need to pull them out. And your X. Now for the guide button, you could just pull it out like this. There's two pieces to the guide button. There's that clear piece around it. So when your LED indicator glows, it shines through here, and then it shows you what play you are. Either 1, 2, 3, or 4. You could take that out, and then you have your guide button. So if you want to change like a very old controller that has that silvery guide button and you want to put a chrome one, all you have to do is change this part. It's very easy. Now you have your start and select buttons. This is the same ordeal. They're basically the same button, so you shouldn't get these guys messed up because they're the same button basically, and they even have cuts in there to where they only go a certain way. So it's not like you're gonna have the arrows pointing a completely different way. So no big deal with that. Now for this piece right here, say if you want to change this piece, all you have to do is push this up, just like that top piece that I did before. And yeah, so if you want to change the color of this, or you broke it or something, it's really easy to take off as well. Just pull apart. Now right here you have the pad for your D-pad. Make sure you put this pad back on, or else you're going to have some problems. And then just pull out your D-pad there. I had to do a mod to do the transforming D-pad like you see here. As you can see, I had to cut all in there to make this hole bigger. So yeah, I had to use a let's see, I had to use a Dremel actually and make this hole bigger. I used the little sand paper attachment, and I pretty much sanded it down as much as I could, and then I had to open these holes a little bit wider to make that happen. So yeah, see what I did there, just to make this transforming D-pad fit. So I like the transforming D-pad a lot better than the original. So yeah, because the original, these tabs are missing, so I had to cut in there, and as well as make certain areas deeper in order to get that in there. So yeah, it's not too hard, but you need to take your time and use some sandpaper and use some cut areas. There's some people on YouTube that show you how to do this. I wish I could show y'all, but I don't have any more controllers. I kind of did it with all the ones I had. So now you're pretty much done with this. So maybe, I know this is a special edition Reach one, so I'll never do what I'm about to say, but maybe you want to paint it. Well, now you can. It's pretty much ready to paint. Or maybe you're just planning on changing it out. Well, you have everything off that's really not needed anymore, so you can set it aside. So let's go back to the board, and then here's the front of the board. This is pretty much all you see. I have these new thumbsticks that you see on the special edition controllers, which have this little groove here to keep your thumbs on it. It's kind of more like the way the Xbox One thumbsticks are, except they don't have the grooves around it. But this keeps your thumbs in there a lot better. So you can find these on eBay for like $1 or something, or maybe $2. Not sure if that includes shipping or not. It's been a while since I purchased these guys, but yeah, I highly recommend these because they haven't worn down like the ones with the little like little dots on them, or like braille kind of feeling to them. So I highly recommend you change those out for these. These have been lasting a lot longer, and my fingers stick easier when I'm pulling them down like you see here. And how you change these, you just pull them off like that. And let me put this down. It's seeing the thumbstick. It's kind of set up to go a certain way. As you can see, there's a long area here. I'm trying to get in the light, yeah. So, and these thumbstick mechanisms are the same. So it's not like you have to buy two different thumbsticks or mechanisms. They are exactly the same. So if you need to take out the old ones and desolder these, they are both the same exact thing, so just so you know. But soldering these are pretty tough to do. You have to make sure you have a very fine tipped soldering iron to make that happen. So yeah. And the triggers are the hardest part of this whole thing, because they can break on you. The way they made this controller, this part is not exactly the greatest part of the whole thing. It explains why there's so much breakage on the triggers throughout the 360's lifetime. It's just the way this thing is hooked up, and I can see why they kind of went with the different triggers that they have on the Xbox One. So yeah, really you have to kind of pull this area off, and without having any sort of breakage. So let's see if I can get it off while keeping it on camera. So really you have to pull this the opposite directions, and then you want to push this one down like that, and that's how you do that. Right here you have this area is kind of keeping it together right now, and this is the hard part where you pretty much break the whole thing. So what you want to do is you have to squeeze it, the trigger I mean, and then what happens is you kind of dig your nail under this white piece that I have up here. You kind of see it's pulling a little bit up, and then down here as well, and you kind of want to pull this apart. I'm trying to do the best I can on camera, and then you just pull it up with your nail. Sorry if that wasn't in focus, but yeah, that's how you take it apart. It's a little bit scary. Just, you know, make sure you squeeze it as much as you can. Dig your nail under this area as you're doing that, and then dig your nail under this piece as well, and then you want to pull it with your nail as well, just a little bit, and it should come out. So you want this to come out. There goes the spring, just flung at my chest, my stomach, and then you just pull it out. And that's how you take out the trigger. So if you want to change out the trigger, that's how you do it. And I'm dropping everything everywhere. Really easy. Well, what am I saying? Really easy. It's not easy at all compared to the rest of it. And then there's a little area on the inside, which you can't see, where you set the spring in. And that is how you take apart your Xbox 360 controller. So it's not that hard, at least compared to the Xbox One controller. That's a crazy mess compared to this, but not as easy as the GameCube controller, like I showed before. As far as the triggers is the only hardest part of this whole thing. because those could break on you, and it's hard kind of resetting the spring on there and such like that. So yeah, it's pretty much easy until that part, and as long as if you're not messing with that part, then this should be a piece of cake. All you really need is this T8 screwdriver, and you should be set to go. Between changing your back plate, face plate, your thumbsticks, your guide button, your buttons, whatever you're gonna do. So it should be pretty simple, at least if you're not dealing with the triggers. So yeah, I'll kind of do a fast forward through the rest of the video, showing how I put it back together, so you could watch that in kind of a fast forward type thing. So yeah, this will be the ending where I'm talking and stuff. So I'll catch y'all next time. Bye bye.